I'm very grateful for my education, my lived experience, and formal training, and for this mind of mine. But I'm learning now that the deepest education that we get comes at the crossroads itself. It's when you realize something that they don't teach you in any classroom. You learn it from experience, that choosing action over silence when the suffering is still ongoing also has a cost. Picture it with me. You're sitting at a table surrounded by other people who are also working their ass off to try to survive in the system that we're all forced to live in, the real world. And something happens, and it's painful. The dinner table itself becomes some sort of altar where, if we want to, emphasis for those of us building boundaries, we can see how the people in our lives are barely holding it together. Everyone you know, including you, is being confined to a system that is designed to exploit and exhaust us all. The truth becomes a reflection when it's spoken without distortion, a reflection of just how little we all really have. With truth like that spoken, it's no surprise that so many choose silence over speaking out or taking action. And the reason for that is because silence feels safer than the rupture we feel bound to experience if we express or admit out loud that we're in pain. In this world of ours, and the vast ocean of suffering that we experience on a daily basis, seeing the truth of the reality for what it is, it can cause a crisis. And the outcome of that crisis is inextricably linked and dependent on whatever context or environment that you're positioned at that time. Speaking truth has a way of exposing the real cost of our reality, and to what extent each of us are willing to accept exploitation and abuse for the sake of our own survival. It's an illumination process that reveals to ourselves and others where we've allowed our own comfort to take precedence over doing the right thing, whatever formation that might need to be in. The words that you can speak are capable of reflecting without distortion just how little we all really have. A form of witnessing that doesn't come free for everyone. Sharing the truth of this reality and the collective suffering that it produces can fracture those parts of our identity that some consider necessary to face the real world. The armor that we wear every day to survive the systems that are designed and built to keep us all suffering. And that recognition of the gap between who we believe we are and how we're forced to live, it can disrupt everything. The meaning that you've built your life around, it can begin to shift when you're presented with the facts. And while change is a natural part of being a healthy human, the process itself can be debilitating in a system that demands complacency. It can cause a crisis when a person chooses not to reinforce the status quo as intended. The truth is that speaking up at the crossroads comes at a cost. It's painful and risky for those who lack access to the means, especially money. That's what makes it a miracle to pull off self-rescue through bootstrap recovery. The underdogs we're rooting for. So with all that said, you might be able to see what's at stake for some people. It's no surprise that so many choose to stay quiet when the crossroads do come up for them. And it's a tragedy that that's the price of belonging in a system that depends on us collectively, not seeing too clearly what's right in front of us, or else. Take that advice Boz Lerman style. More than a Wilson. Chin up.